Nitrogen Footprint Fellow here at UH Manila. So what we are proposing are nitrogen and carbon footprint data aggregators, but before I get into what that actually is, I don't expect all of you to know what nitrogen and carbon footprints are. So I wanted to give you a brief overview of what this actually entails. So nitrogen and carbon footprints quantify the amount of reactive nitrogen and carbon dioxide released into the environment as a result of an entity's resource consumption. So carbon dioxide, this comes from transportation, so folks are probably more familiar with that than nitrogen. But nitrogen also comes from like fertilizer use and fossil fuels, natural biofuels processing. So basically, it's also in utilities where we see most of our carbon coming from. And this can also lead to smog, haze, eutrophication through leaching in the soil. And also, all of these sectors which produce carbon dioxide also overlap with nitrogen. So just wanted to sort of give you the process of what we do here on UH Manila, simplified in 4 steps. So first is collecting data. So this is based on what boundaries you set up for your institution. This is just an example from the University of Virginia. So this means what we are looking at is food, energy, transportation, fertilizers, and research animals. Not just limited to that, but there can be a broader range also. So anything, I'll give you an example. So food production, even though we don't produce it directly here at UH Manila, we are part of that consumption, which is a result of us creating these greenhouse gases as a result of our entity consumption. So just some raw data sets that usually we have to collect are large Excel spreadsheets, invoices. So this can get pretty tedious and time consuming. So something we would like to have this tool that you folks create is to streamline this process. So second step is inputting this data into SIMAP. So SIMAP is our sustainability indicator management and analysis platform. This is like an online-based platform where institutions across the nation and nationally and internationally can upload their information about their university or business and calculate exactly how much greenhouse gases are produced as a result of this consumption. So you have various categories such as fertilizer, transportation, fuels, renewable energy, and you also get into more of like the more specifics. You have paper, commuting, also ways we can mitigate this, such as composting, sequestration, and other offsets. So third step is to export these results out of SIMAP. So this is usually in large Excel files, not the most appealing to the common user, but very necessary. So other issues with this is that we want to actually communicate these results effectively, not just to our stakeholders, but to staff, to the communities, to show our improvements and steps we are making towards sustainability. So our end product, these 2 figures on the left, is something that you can get out of SIMAP. As you see, it's kind of basic, doesn't show too much information. I mean, it's colorful, but we want to get a little more specific, so people actually know how much of what are we producing and how we can mitigate that. So on the right are 2 more research-oriented graphs I produced just to be a little more helpful towards information-wise and how we can lessen those impacts. So what we are proposing for the nitrogen and footprint data aggregator is to target our faculty, administration, students, stakeholders, a broad range of audiences like you folks that don't really have a background in nitrogen and carbon footprints, but want to help make steps towards helping UH Manila, not just this campus, but other campuses, achieve their sustainability goals. So the purpose of what we are proposing is to streamline the data collection process enable consistency, so this will help us set up a system for where stakeholders can participate monthly, annually, something that we can hopefully replicate through other campuses. Also centralized data archives, so we can keep track of monthly inputs, yearly inputs, so we can track progress that we are making towards our sustainability goals. And I think one of the most important is to effectively communicate results to our audiences, so you folks, so they can see what we are doing, get easily involved. So our desired function's not limited to this. So stakeholders can upload data, so like those raw data sets I was showing you, into this module, and to where we can easily take that, put it into our SIMAP, calculate our results, our greenhouse gas emissions, and then import those back into SIMAP and communicate these results. So what this actually entails, whether it's an app or a platform, that's up to you. Really hope to see folks get creative with it. Also wanted to make really visually appealing, so even the broad community can see what UH Manoa's goals and how we're achieving that. For more information, folks can click on this.